So about a year ago, I was really just lacking discipline in my life. I just really was looking for guidance. I had no guidance. I didn't have any long-term goals. I didn't have any real motivation to do the things that I needed to do. And this was all until I read this one book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book, it revolutionized my life. It just introduced me to all these amazing things, all these amazing concepts that I literally never knew about before reading. And I just was amazed every time I opened the book. I heard like 5 new things that I never even thought of before. That just absolutely just changed my complete way of thinking. I just loved reading it because every time I read it, I felt like I was learning so much and gaining so much. In this video, I'm going to list 3 other books that gave me that same kind of feeling. These are 3 books that I read just this year, just in 2023. And they are 3 books I'm going to be thinking about, honestly, for a very long time in terms of the effect that they've had on me and the effect that hopefully they can have on you as well. So I'm going to save the best for first here. There's one book that changed my life more than anything else. That's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. I really don't get why this book isn't talked about more than it is. Like, people in the self-improvement community, they don't talk about this book. I just don't know why that is, because it's literally, I'd argue it's 10 times better than many of these books that people are recommending. And it literally it practically has in it multiple different books because it has 7 different habits. It's not just based around one topic. It has a whole plethora of ideas contained within it that all function together to create one solid whole. If you want to actually change your life, don't just watch like an 1-hour self-improvement video. Actually read this book, because this book shows you a powerful, like, life-changing method to change your life around that's much greater than just not playing video games anymore. This is actually stuff that'll last, stuff that will actually give you the tools you need to find success in life and to truly be happy. I mean, it has stuff about time management in there. It has stuff about finding your purpose, about how to deal with other people, how to rest. I mean, all of that is in this one book. So I highly recommend you to read this if you haven't before. Next, there is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I've talked about this book many times before, but everybody knows it at this point. It's the number 1 book on getting people to like you, on making long-lasting friendships, because it tells you the information, again, that you're not going to see from just a short YouTube video. The timeless information, like every single thing in this book, applies just as much as it did 100 years ago as it does today. These are just fundamental truths about what will get people to like you. And it's not even like a hard thing. It's not like you'll have to study this for like years to implement them. Basically, all of them are stuff that you can just implement right away. You can just implement this the next time you're talking to someone and you'll see massive improvement immediately. It's a lot of fun being able to read a book that just changes your life instantly without you having to even work at it for a long time. So yeah, if you want to build friendships, you want to be more social, gotta read this book. And finally, book number 3 that I want to recommend to you guys today. This is a bit of a deeper cut. Not too many people recommend this book, but it's Principles by Ray Dalio. I'll admit, I'm technically not fully done with the book yet, but I already know this is going to go down as one of the best books that I read this entire year. Really, the biggest thing about it that it teaches you is that problems are a good thing. We made a whole video about this. It'll come up on the screen right now, but problems are not a bad thing. They actually lead you to success. I think he describes it at one point where he says, problems are like fuel in a train. The more you burn them, the more success you get. But in order to burn them, you have to have them to start out with. And so he gives basically a 5-step method for taking problems and transforming them intricately into successes that'll actually propel you forward. He has this whole analogy about like these loops, showing that success is a loop process, because you have to fall a little bit first, but then you get up and you get even higher than you were originally, just like a loop. But you have to know how to root them out and how to solve them, which is what he also teaches, along with many other important things as well. It's a book that really is also, it's like Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. It's like an all-encompassing book, so would highly recommend reading this if you haven't before. So yeah, those are some books I would highly recommend you to read in 2024. These are 3 books that will absolutely change your life. I guarantee it because they changed mine. So I hope you enjoyed them as you read them. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Tell me what kind of video you want to see next in the comment section below. And anyways, this is Jimmy, signing off.